the 60th Superintendent of the United States Naval Academy, Vice Admiral Jeffery Fowler.
Well, good morning. We got snow, winter, everything here for you today. Appreciate you all being here. I'd like to welcome you to the Naval Academy and to this student-led conference, which I get to introduce a few things and participate in a small way, but the team here and many of you out in the audience are the ones that really put it together. So we're happy to see that once again we have a record number of schools and a record number of students attending. So I want to thank you for taking the time to come down here. I know you all have other things to do, but I hope you find that it's worth your time. I also, even though we have our military academies represented, I think they were the first groups that we used to establish this conference. I really appreciate all the civilian universities for participating. I think it brings a great perspective that adds to the conference, and I hope you feel the same way. I'd like to thank those, and I think you did already, but I'd like to reiterate those who make this conference possible with their generous donations. The class of 1938, Mr. Mitch and Mrs. Linda Hart, and the Naval Academy Foundation. I'd also like to thank one of our distinguished guests, Mr. Smith, who's donated about 250 books for all your participants. So these sort of things don't just happen, and we're thankful that people continue to want to sponsor this because what they see helping our future leaders of America. The midshipman chose this topic, came to me last fall and said, we'd like to talk about generational leadership. This is something that I think is really timely, pretty important. I used to be the head Navy recruiter, so I did a lot of work with recruiting young 18 to 24-year-olds, the millennials. Many of you in the audience are that. As with all new generations, you're different than some of us old guys, and that's good. But we're going to discuss the dynamics. I think you have the website description of what the topic is, but let me go over some of these things. It's how the generational leadership responds to the changing dynamic of the workplace. The workplace could be in the military, in government, or in business. The top-down business leadership structure is being replaced. It's not just the boss says go do it, you go do it. Many of you young college graduates will go right out and have more skills and be in a leadership position for those of the senior generation. And you do business differently than they do, so how do you make that work? So how do you get the job done? And some of us are fortunate enough to be at the inauguration here just last week with a younger president and a younger commander-in-chief. Once again, that's different than generations in the past, so I think that the topic is very timely. Now you'll see in the program we have many distinguished speakers, both military, government, and educational, and the academic world. And they'll be both speaking and part of the panel members for this conference. But given the topic, you're as much expert as they are, because most of them come from the more senior generation. So I challenge you to listen to what they're saying, and if you don't agree, speak up. What does it look like from your perspective? I've got 3 millennials at home, a couple in college, and they're not too shy about speaking up when they disagree, so I'm sure you'll do the same. We're going to have a few presentations like this morning to lead off where we'll get you all together as a large group. Get something to kind of stimulate discussion. We'll have one tonight with Governor O'Malley from Maryland. We have a large group on the talk. But most of this conference is split up into small panels and small discussion groups. And we want, in that format, format for everyone to participate. So make sure you get your hand up when you participate. And even if you have a whole lot to say, make sure you hold off to allow everybody in the group to say something. We've set it up in a way that we have a lot of different perspectives, and we can all gain from listening to each and every one of you. I'd like to let us know if there's anything we can do other than the weather, sorry, I can't control that, to make this conference better for you. And also, we try to improve every year for the next group, so if you have some things we could do better, let us know and give us some feedback. Have a great week, and welcome again to the Naval Academy.